Hi all, welcome back. Carrier Battle, Philippine Sea, Scenario 6. It's my part 21. I've just came straight back there. Well, I say straight back. I've been away looking over stuff, asking questions, getting answers though. Good. So, well, first of all, I was getting all flustered at the end there because I thought I was. Sorry, let's get rid of that glare. I kept talking about this and Butai 3 here, and it was actually Butai 2 we had activated, and I thought, oh, I've made a mistake or whatever. Well, to be honest, no. When I look back at the beginning of the video, well, not the beginning, but I realised when I was going through the last part that I had set up an Air Raid 3B in the previous part, so in the previous phase for Butai 3, and I had left its air strength at the whatever it was, 7 or whatever it was, turned out to be. And so I had to rewind to do this reduction in the air strength. And although I'm not feeling comfortable about it, although I'm more comfortable now, shall we say, I thought, well, I need to go back and change that. And then, of course, we had the Guam one as well. And then we had this one, and this was the one that we just activated. And this one was slightly different because I had the air... what's the word that changes there? It's not air strength, it's air... value? Air value? I can't remember. It's whatever it is, it's that wee number that's on the level 3 charts, and they're obviously specific to the level 3s. Hang on, I've left the charts up there. It's probably on this. Air value, yes, it is air value. And that's what Guam works with as well, air value, and then it kind of clicked. So it doesn't look like I've got anything wrong at the end of the video there. So that's a good bit to start with. And it gets better for me as well. So, I think so. I didn't watch right through the whole end of the video, so I don't think I've done anything wrong. This one had moved on the last turn, because it got activated last turn, from there to there. This one had moved from the last turn from there to there, and it's this now been activated again and moved from there to there. So that's where that is. And this one clearly must have moved from there to there as well, because I think they all are going to end up in that first, box, the 8 to 11 hexes. More than likely it's going to be that one they're going to come back to. So I think everything's okay there. So let's talk about well, first of all, I got a reply from Eugenio. I think that's maybe how I would pronounce it. Whether I've got that wrong, sorry. Italian, I think. So, sounds Italian, maybe. Anyway, he replied to both my questions. The first one being this whole thing about should these be put underneath these, and do they cycle to here, and then does that come off and it goes into here. Basically, it looked like his answer to me was exactly as I was seeing it, which was good. So I think we're both on the same wavelength there. So that's good. So then my follow-up question, I laid it out in sort of stages about what had happened. I talked about Butai 3. That was how I described the question. That it had some points in here, and it had this point here, and this is what it was, and it was going to launch another raid. Of course, I was just basing it on this. At the time, I thought I'll just stick with that one. And basically, again, he come back and said that's exactly how it works. So us ending up here with 2 naval air points, and also that one up there ended up with 2. And the Guam raid, I've got to assume they're all the same. So because of you count anything that's unavailable and lost, and then that becomes your reduction from what it is you're trying to create. So it is going by, that's what his answer was as well. So we're going to stick with that. That's the only reply I've got, so I'm going to stick with it now. So good, right. I'm going to push on because I wanted to get another part in, and then I came up and started recording that, and then I just got stumped. Not quite sure if I'll get a whole part in, but you know what, I'm more than likely will. But anyway, so where were we in the segment, in the sequence of play? We're on the move air missions. That's where I left things. So, oh, yes, some airstrike missions moving on. Right, so, well, yeah, this is going on, isn't it? We're going into Butai 2. Maybe put that shadow and submarine underneath where he should be. So, yeah, I'm going in there. Actually, we've just made that in time then, because if he had activated again, he's get muddled up again. That's Butai 2. No, he has just activated. Oh, I must have knocked that down. I did. I remember. I'm switched on to that one now, so I was okay. So we're moving that in there. That's airstrike 7. So he's going to lose 1 point. Oh, that's us going to get an airstrike this turn as well. Oh no. Well, push on, Grant. You might have time. Just if I hadn't been faffing about earlier on, that would have been a perfect finish to the night. That. So this is airstrike 7. Is that 7? We've got 8. 7 and 8. Yeah. So there's 7. So he's moving 1, and then 8. Right. Well, you kind of got to make a decision here. We could move in on that small force. See, the Butai is 3 hexes away. And he's sitting at 7 fuel just now. You know what? It's first time me playing the game. Let's just move in on this. Oh, we've got not spotting, detecting to do in that, haven't we? I'm going to... Right, I suppose I should put that underneath as well. Put the force on top. And then move on. Right, so that's force B. He's spent... I didn't just move that, did I? No, I don't think so. I think he was 1 behind that guy. Right. So that's airstrike 8 moved in. Right, yeah, airstrike... We launched another airstrike, didn't we? We'll go airstrike 6. So that was going to be heading towards Butai 4. So he moves 1. That's 6 down to 12. Yeah, that's it. Right, and then we've got only 2 air missions. Right, air mission 3 is going to land because he's got 1 fuel point left. So I'm just going to spend his 1. And then he started in the hex, so he's going to land for free if you like. And then air mission 5. Right, what else have we got? We've nothing else in here yet. Okay. So see, air mission 5 could go and have a go. What's he got? He's got 9 points left. 3B, but as we're now knowing, 3B is only 2 air points. It feels wrong. It feels wrong, but where's the table that does that? Yeah. Well, it's only 2 air points. Yeah. I get the feeling something's missing. Well, see, when we go to try and find out, okay, I know we can't go over that. So if you've got 7 strength, we've got to go to the 6 column. We've only got 2 strength. And that starts at 4. Which, I don't know, kind of makes me feel that maybe these raids shouldn't even be launched at that lower strength. I mean, because if the minimum... why does that start at 4? That's what I'm sort of wondering there. Why does that raid escort fighter table start at 4? So if I only have a strength of 1, 2 or 3, what do I roll on? Well, maybe you don't have any fighters at all, Grant. I guess. 10.13. Let's just look. Surely there's going to be something in the rulebook about that. So the words are, on the Japanese escort fighter table, locate the highest column not exceeding the size of the raid. E.g., if the raid has 7 points and using the 6th column. So the highest column not exceeding... Well, I suppose that means we do roll in that column then. Because that is the highest column that I can't... Yeah, I can't go to the next... Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's just stick with it then. Right, so what was I... Where was I? Yeah, Intercept Mission 5, he's got 9 points then. But this is going to come in this turn, this phase, isn't it? No, they've already moved, so it's next phase that's going to come in. So you could technically go out and have a go at that. Then Guam's going to come in, you move back, but then do I have all the fuel for that? And then this guy's not going to reach. Remember, they've all only got 2 strength though. So if I move 1 and then spend 3, 1, 2, 3, and then next turn I move 1, spend 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that works. That works. Okay, so I'm gonna move Intercept 5 out into that hex 3B and spend 1 fuel, and then I've already spent his fuel. He's gonna land. Yeah, I spent that. So that's that. Okay. So moving on. Right. Air searches. Well, no, because I think I'm going to start getting some more of these SE. What are they again? SBs 2Cs in the air. So that means I'm going to probably be searching later in the turn, I think. So I'm going to skip by the search just now, and we're going to move. Yeah, I'm going to skip by the search part, and we're going to move into US air operations, and we're going to launch. Here's the thing though, I mean, now that I know that these raids aren't so bad, I think I'm all set up for a... Well, are you? Yeah, I've got 4 F6S. Well, why not launch them and try and put... Or even just... Right, remember you're going to land stuff though as well. So... Not only do I have to leave... Well... If I don't launch, that's fine, but I've got to remember that there's 2 there, so I could only land 1 here, because there's a total of 3. See, because this is a search plane, but I'm going to get these 2 up, and this 1 up for next turn, so I think that's wise. Well, why don't I also get... It's all sort of F6Fs I've got waiting now, haven't I? I might want some attack planes now. It's all F6Fs that are standing by, and well. Well, you know what? You'll probably need it. Well, I don't think I need to launch it this turn though. Well, hang on though. You still have 2 other raids coming in. This guy's going to be able to cope with 1. Yeah, no, Grant, you're fine. Let's not launch a raid. So, let's raise service into ready. Raise service into ready. Right, I should do these each task group at a time, I think. So this is services. I'm gonna lift both of these, and these are going to be 2 search planes, and I'm going to lift that. Yeah. And then over here, I'm going to do that, and then that'll be my 4 search planes. 2, 3, 4. So that's that and that servicing ready. Right, what about down here, servicing to ready? Yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna just get these up, and then we're gonna launch Um, right. That was a bad time to go away there, Grant. Servicing already, I was doing. Yeah, and it kind of stops all these guys, though, doesn't it? That's the problem. Is a backlog, isn't there? Traffic jam. Why didn't you maybe launch a cap then? Yeah, go and let me... Because I've got 3 spaces. Yeah, I'm going to just backtrack a little to a launch. I'm going to launch... Service Centre ready. I can't remember what I've moved now. Damn. I kind of feel like I just raised these. And now I'm thinking I should have launched some of these. You know, I could have launched this and these 2 and that as a cap. And then it would allow me to move these up. Would that? Yeah, that's fine. Well, no, I can't have just moved these up, Grant, could I? Because these are all backlogged anyway, so it must have just been this. Okay, so I'm going to backtrack a little, and I'm going to launch these 2 and this as a cap mission. And air mission 4 there. And I don't set its fuel. Air mission, air intercept 4. There. Right, so I'm going to put that in there. So that should be my launch. And then now coming back again, now I can go and move these service into ready. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get any attack aircraft up there actually. For a bit. Okay. Service into ready here. Yes. Right. And then hangar 2 from servicing. Yeah, well, I guess I should put him up. Right, hang on. We launched from these 2, didn't we? Lexington and that one, which I can't pronounce. Right, hangar to servicing or servicing to hangar. That's what I mean. This is a chance to put 2 attack planes up, maybe. And so is this one. Oh, that's just 1. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to put these 2 up. I feel like things have died down now, but I also in the back of my mind think that things are going to start up again. Right, so I'll put these 2 up, so at least we've got a couple of attack planes heading up. Hangar to servicing. And then, see the fact there's only 1 of these here though. Well, you could, yeah, you can go a 1 and a 1, Grant, why not? Let's just do that then. And then, yeah, let's get the guy up, because he's going to take off next turn. Right, that's that. And then down here, yeah, but it's all attack planes or fighters, eh? A bit of a mixture. Okay then. Going to move these up. Not quite sure. I can't move up that one. Okay. These are CVLs, aren't they? I think I'm going to leave the two back there just now. Yeah, I don't feel like I've got a good balance of everything there. A good mixture. It's all coming up. Fighters or attack planes. I think you need to sort of spread them out a little bit more, maybe. Okay, and then lower flight deck to hangar. There's none of that. We've nothing on the lower flight deck. We don't want to drop nothing from the deck. Right, so we're going to go into land. We are going to land. There's no issues with this one. He's on. Oh, he is. He's on 0 fuel. Damn. Oh no, it's not going to matter. You know that, because he's on 0 critical, right? But I want to say, even if he's on a 1, it's all right, isn't it? It's certainly a 0 should be all right. Let's just have a glance at the safe return table. That's there. So. Yeah, on a 0, yeah, you're on a 0, Grant. And you need to get 11 or less. So you can see even a critical 1, you're still safe. And critical 2, critical 2 or 3, you've got to roll a 10, you know, a 9 or a 10. And then you're rolling again as well. So yeah, I don't need to roll for these guys. So there's 6 of them. I took the fuel marker off. I should have left it back. It's not a biggie, but start leaving them there, I think. So... Right, where can we land these 6 then? And make the best use of it. I feel like I want to have a couple here. Oh no, I can't have one here, can I? Because that limit's only 1, isn't it? Or is it 2? No, it's only 1. That is, yeah, so there's 1 already on the flight deck. So I cannot, my maximum's 1. That's rubbish. Well, go here then, Grant. Look, there's a bit of a backlog there, though. Damn. Right then, I'll put 2 here, because we've got 1 there. And... well, actually, you can put 2 there as well then, Grant, can't you? Yeah. Put 2 there and 2 there. That's a total of 3. And I've got 2 left. I could go here. Yeah, let's go here. 2 there. Okay. Right, that's land. So moving on to air-to-air combat. Do we have some? We've only got this one, which is quite a small one, isn't it? Yeah, that's all we've got. However, we've got a US air attack segment that's going to take some time to resolve, I think. Right, I'm going to have to go actually if something's come up. So we're at the air-to-air combat, US interception. We've got that little attack to make, but like I say, that's the first time we've done an airstrike. In fact, no, we've got 2 of them, haven't we? Yeah, we're taking on this guy as well. And well, we've got to contact them first, haven't we? We've got to contact. So that's dials and things are going to happen there as well. So I'm not quite sure how all that happens. I did do the training stuff, but we're doing it for real now. So yeah, 25 minutes in though. So this will just be a pause, but I'm not so sure I'm going to get back tonight. So it might be for the morning time. But I might get back tonight. I don't think I should though, because the last time I came up later on at night and we tried to do something that I hadn't done before, it was kind of chaotic. Right, okay, probably tomorrow. Okay, cheers. Hi all. Right, just been paused overnight, so let's continue part 21. It's quite early morning actually, so my voice might be a bit off. Yeah, I just woke up kind of early this morning, so thought I'd pop up here and try and finish this part before I get a few other jobs done. We are on the US interception segment, air-to-air combat. Yeah, and I realised we were about to come into a US air attack segment and do some damage to some ships, hopefully. But first of all, we do have, what is it? Is it just the one combat in here? Area 3B. Yeah, so we've got 3B, the Guam air raid's coming in. That area's Guam's going to come in next turn. Next phase. That'll come in the phase after. So yeah, we should be alright. I think we've got the possibility. No, actually, did we not launch? No, we launched a strike mission the last time, didn't we? Yeah, we've got enough F6Fs to launch an intercept mission next phase actually. Yeah, next phase, yeah. Okay, so let's do Intercept 5 against what was it, 3B. Right, firstly I need to spend the fuel. 1, 2, 3, down to 5. So do we figure he could fight another one as well? This is the Wingers again, down to 4. Well, actually, not Wingers, he's going to move into the Hex, isn't he? Because Guam's going to be in that Hex, and then attack again. Yeah, that's fine. And he's got 6 aircraft, so as long as nothing strange happens, like he loses an aircraft here. Well, there's I've not weighed them out yet. There's Intercept 5, because there's only 2 naval air points in this. Now, we haven't divided it, as in it could be fighters. I want to say that. Well, this is what I started wondering about, because we've only got 2 air strength. He's only got 2 naval air strength. I mean, we clearly have to just use that column. I mean, it does say not exceeding. So if you, like the times before, if we had 7 strength, we wouldn't use that column. We'd use that one. So you'd go down. But I just assume that because I've got 2 strength, I just use that first column. Let's just see if there's any info on that on BGG. But I mean, I posted the question about that, about the strength coming down and being reduced, and Carol also replied to a question, not with any confirmation, but apparently he's made is it some kind of flow chart for it to work out but I think it's in Excel or something like that, and I always find them a bit fiddly to look at. I don't know how it all works. If it was just an image, if it was just a flow chart on, maybe I should go and have a look at it, see if I can make some sense of it. But he was basically saying, if only there was one of them out there, so he's obviously highlighting the fact that that's there. That might be more useful. Of course, the other thing was, which I got mentioned, I can't remember who it was that said, it was when they pointed out, I can't remember, but how about not trying the flow chart again? And then I thought, you know what, that's maybe not a bad idea. I mean, my initial thoughts on this were, I don't think it was very well done, just because don't get me wrong, I've not spent loads of time following flowcharts and all that, but I kind of thought a flowchart asked you a question and either sent you one way or the other. And the very first bit is, well, it's a question. This forces 2 raids in play, question mark. And it's got one arrow pointing down, you know. So, to me, that should be, if that says yes, then it should be no raid, shouldn't it? But so that's, to me, that's missing right away. But unless, like I say, and then just looking at it further in, it just looked a bit complex, or a bit low. See, there's the bit there that talks about reduce for points lost unavailable air raid strength reduction chart. So it's highlighting it there for you, isn't it? And then adjust commitment index if level 1 force increased known air strength, or if new carrier force was revealed. Yeah, it's maybe if the next time I do it, if I look alongside by that, I might be able to follow it a bit better. I had a little glance at BGG just in case somebody had wondered about that, but I can only assume I roll in that column then. We've got 2 strength. We can't get to 4 strength. We've got no other option. So let's just roll on that. Like I say, I still felt a little uncomfortable about this, but because somebody's came along and said yes to my question, then right, let's see what we get. Right, 6. So that might be 1, I think, won't it? Yeah, the only chances is 0 are a roll of 1 or 2. Yeah. So it's going to be 1 fighter and then 1 attack plane. Right, so there we go. So we know we've got to assign at least 1 of these. I mean, we only need to hit. And should I just put 2 across to this? Well, I want to make sure I get that. So what is the worst case scenario of that? I mean even rolling on the 4 column, a 1 is still a miss, but it's only a 1. If I go to the 5 column, then that's guaranteed I'm hitting it. But I'd rather take the fighter as well. I'd rather take the, completely destroy them if I can. Target is fighter 2. Yeah, I think, well, I mean, if you drop to 3, is that taking a bit too much of a risk? 3 would be a 1 or a 2 would miss it. Yeah, no, I think we play it safer with that, I think. Well, mind you, you're getting the -1 on the fighter, aren't you? But does it matter? Does it matter if we don't take that fighter point? I don't know. There's something I started thinking about there. Right, this is Air Raid 3B, and there's Air Raid 3A. Right, now let's just say that these, well, yeah, they are going to finish their raid in this next phase. Right? And if there's something left of them, let's just say that they've got 1 air point left, and they're at range 9, they're going to come back into this box here, not this one. They're going to come back into this box, and normally initially I would be putting Air Raid 3B marker with that in that box. But as we've read in the rule, it says that any units that go back in there are still classed, they're all classed as 1 raid. So, but the problem is that we're going to have units that are falling behind this, and this is going to move to here, this is going to move to here. Then when this goes to here, this air raid marker falls off, and these units that started there, they're going to be sitting in that hex without a raid marker. Are they still classed to be part of a raid? Or should I not remove this air raid marker when they go from there to there and put it on the units that are coming along. Maybe? I'm not sure I'm finding... feel like that information's out there. Whether it's a big deal? Well, it kind of is. You're only allowed to launch two raids. So that's maybe classed as the same raid, but it's behind because it's returned later, you know. I'm not quite sure how it can be classed as the same raid. Yeah, well. Well, we could find ourselves in that position just now. Do I go for the 3? If I go for 3 and I get a 2, I sure I'm not going to get a 2. Right, I'm going to go that way. I'm going to go 3 and 3. So we're going to go 3 on the fighter, and that's with a -1. Just to try and make sure we can take it out. Well, -1. Oof. I'm not sure that's going to take him out, Grant. So it's 3. The Dyro's 4 -1's 3. On the 3 column, a 3. Oh yeah, it clearly is, because that's what I said I needed for the other one. So yeah, so we hit him. He fires back. He really needs a 10, so... Oof, I'll tell you what, I was trying. So an 8 is the abort, but... sorry. An 8 is the abort, but there's not any escorts remaining, so that's that. So he's eliminated. And then we fight the attack plane. So without a modifier. Oh yeah, without the modifier. So I need a 3 is fine for me as well. Yeah, I rolled a 4. I've made a mistake there. I rolled a 4 there, didn't I? Yeah. So I need a 3. No worse than a 3 to take it out. 4, right, that'll do. So 4, no modifiers on the 3 column, that is a 1. So maybe taking a little bit of a risk there, but it was only 1 point, and I think the anti-aircraft fire would have probably taken care of it as well. So that's 2 more losses in our loss box. And then this raid 3B marker goes away. And yeah, and we put this back in here. And that goes away, and then we'll put the aircraft back on the mission track. Right, so that was all the air combat. We just had that one. So now we can skip by the Japanese air attack segment because there's nothing left to raid. However, now we're going into US air attack segment, right? So we've not done this before. So contact is the first part, rule 5.2. So let's get set up for that. Right, so we've got 2 strike missions to deal with here. I'm assuming we can just do these in any order. Well, actually, why don't we just go back to the bit that starts it off here. So US air attack segment, US air strike may attempt to attack detected Japanese forces in the same hex. Only detected forces can be attacked. Well, both of them that we're looking at are their approximate sighting on both of them, so which means that they are detected. The procedure is as follows. Individual steps are identified on the game turn flowchart. So contact, that's a bit I'm just about to look at. Determine if the strike contacts its target. If it does not, the rest of the procedure is skip. The strike must return to the task group which launched it. If the contact succeeds, continue with step 2. So we don't want to fail with this. You do get 2 attempts at it, but I want to say it costs you an extra fuel to do the second attempt. I want to say that the chances are quite high of getting the result though. Right, so there's no real talk there of in what order we do these. So I'm just going to assume I can do them in either order. So we'll do Airstrike 7 first. Let's read on intelligence level, scenarios 4 and after. In scenario 4 and after, increase the intelligence level of the contacted force to the maximum level 4 for carrier forces, 3 for surface forces. So we're attacking a level... hang on, let's get this right. What butai is this one? Because I've started making a mess. This is butai 2. So this is a level 3 carrier. It's 1 CVL. Just looking up there. So that's going to upgrade to a level 4. And then the other one that we're attacking is butai. Oh, no. It's not a butai. It's Force B, which is small. Which is fine, I think. Yeah, I think I'm allowed to attack that. It's spotted. Yeah, I mean, I just need to it needs to level up to. That's probably going to become a surface fleet, isn't it? I think there's a small chance it could be a carrier though. So we need to go through the procedure anyway. Leveling it either to level 4 if it does become a carrier, or level 3 if it just becomes a surface force, which is more likely, I think. And you promote one level at a time, e.g. level 1 to level 2 and then level 2 to level 3. Note intelligence level does not apply. Right, okay, we're not doing that anyway. So then carrying on, commitment, scenario 6 and after. Adjust commitment index as required if the target increased in intelligence level, so that's going to come into effect. And then determine whether the strike catches the target by surprise, which we get some really good benefits from. And then air-to-air combat, determine the strength of Japanese cap and resolve air-to-air combat, so then they get to launch some cap to try and defend. And then we've got Japanese anti-aircraft fire to face, resolve the effects of anti-aircraft fire. No, this step may be skipped depending on the surprise result. Yeah, I think if you get full surprise, you skip it. But if I remember rightly, that rolls a 10. And if you get partial surprise, you get half the AA fire, I think. That's maybe a bit more doable though. And then we have air-to-ship combat, resolve the attacks versus the ships. Okay, so well, let's just go through it. Let's see it. 5.2 contact. The US airstrike must contact the target force in order to attack. A strike may make 2 contact attempts. Each contact attempt is against a specific force. If there is more than one in the hex, the US player chooses one. No, we only have the one force in each of these hexes, so that's fine. The top here again. A strike can contact a target only if the target is detected, either spotted, located, or approximate sight-in. We've got them both with approximate sight-in. An undetected force cannot be contacted or attacked, set as a wrong target. In scenario 2, all Japanese forces are considered located and can't be contacted. Well, that's not what we'll do either. Resolve each contact attempt as follows. In the strike contact table, card 1 back. So I'll get that ready. Locate the column corresponding to the distance from the target force to the nearest US task group. And it's going to be, I think they're 9. Well, actually, no, the second one's closer. The first one is strike 7. That's going to be 9 in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. And the other one, though, is just a small 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's only 7 away. So okay, so there's a column to look at. Obviously, the closer you are, the better. Okay, so we've probably got more chance at the second one than the first. Right. If the target is approximate sight-in... Oh, I didn't think of that one. If the target is approximate sight-in, instead of spotted or located, there is a diral modifiers listed on the chart. And then in scenario 2 again, where's the diral? Yeah, we get a -1 for that. That's not good. And there's a couple other modifiers there. Yeah. Okay. A couple other modifiers there. So roll the die, apply list modifiers, and read the result from the selected column. If the contact attempt succeeds, we flip the airstrike counter to its reverse side, indicating that it may not make further contact attempts. Have we got something on the back of that? No, it's just blank. Okay, but it's just to signify that it can make further contact attempts. If the target force becomes spotted, oh yeah, this was one that threw me a little bit. The target force becomes spotted if it was not already spotted. So what it's meaning there is we've got approximate sighting on it. So if we do resolve the contact, then it becomes spotted, so it gets the full, detection status. If the contact fails, see 5.2, 5.3, which is further down. So which means we can try another one. Maybe glance at that, but let's just roll. Well, I suppose. Why not? Because I'm hoping them not to fail, so we might not need to read this. So if a strike's first contact attempt fails, it may immediately make a second attempt. The strike must expend one additional fuel point in order to make this attempt, so that's a downside. And then there's also a -1 modifier applies to the second contact attempt. If there are 2 or more forces in the hex, the second attempt can be against the same or a different force, but not against a force in a different hex. Note that a false contact is not possible at this point because strikes can only attempt to contact a detected force, implying that the force is at least level 1 and known to not be a false contact. Right, okay. If both strike contact attempts fails, flip the airstrike counter to its reverse side. It may not make further contact attempts and it must now return to the carrier. Okay, so and then it starts telling you about some results to this. So let's have a look at this. So it's this table here. Now, the C is the one that you want. That's just straightforward contact. The other ones can... I think in our situation there's nothing round about. Well, actually... Ooh, that'd be interesting. That Butai 4 is 2 hexes away from Airstrike 8, which is probably a juicier target. So I think you need the W2 result for that. Maybe, anyway. Yeah, because C, strike contacts intended target. W2, strike contacts wrong target within 2 hexes. That would be perfect for that Airstrike 8, because I think it would then detect... well, if it's 2 hexes away though, do we get to... We must be able to get to attack it from that position somehow. Right, and then otherwise... Oh, sorry, that's if there is a wrong target within 2 hexes. Otherwise, it would just be a contact. And then WO, strike contacts wrong target in same hex. So if there was 2 in the same hex, you would contact the one that you hadn't targeted instead of the one that you wanted to get. And then if there's not, that would be a C result as well. So they're all good results. It's just, well, you can see it's the chances, well, we're getting that -1, which is a bit of a bummer. So 0 if target forces located. I don't know. They are located. Because we've got them spotted. I don't know. That's a 0 anyway. -1 if target force is approximately located. Yeah, that's the one we're getting for both of these strikes, actually. A -1 strike consists of 2 air units or less. Well, that's not the case, no. And then you can see you get another -1 if you're having that second attempt. It's not dusk. See, you get a +1 if force was fully spotted. +2 if any other strike has contacted the same target this segment. Okay, we're not going to get that then, I don't think. Right, okay, well, let's get this rolled on then. And like I say, the range for... We're going to do 7 first. Range is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So range is 9. It's approximate sighting. So we're rolling on the 8 to 10 column. And we've got that -1 because he's approximately located. So as long as it's not horribly low, that should be fine. So a 5 and a -1 is 4. That might be one of the W's though, that's the only thing. Yeah, it is. But that's fine, because it's a 4, so it's a W/0, which says strike contacts the wrong target if in the same hex, and then it references 5.26. So I'll go and have a look at it. Otherwise, it's just a contact, right? So 5.26 is, it's just telling us the result of W0 is the same as W2, but applies only if there is another force in the same hex, not 2 hexes away. Otherwise, it is treated as a C against the original target. If the wrong target turns out to be a false contact, the strike can use its second contact attempt to contact the original target in that hex. Okay. And yeah, I suppose we should have just read. That was... Yeah, there's the result of a W2 is a wrong target if there is a different Japanese force detected or not available within 2 hexes. The strike contacts that force instead. This is the only case in which the strike can end up contacting a previously undetected force. If more than one wrong target is available, give preference to any detected force over an undetected one. If there's still a choice, prefer the target closer to the original hex, otherwise choose randomly. If no wrong target is available within 2 hexes, treat the result as a C. And yeah, this was the bit that I was wondering about, because what do you do the fact these 2 hexes away? So in the event of a W2 result, move the strike to the hex containing the other force selected in 5.24. Okay, so it's going to have to move the extra 2 hexes, so it's then got 2 more hexes to come back. However, at least it would have got there for free. And if the force was a level 0, implying that it was undetected, draw a level 1 chip for it. If the force turns out to be a false contact, remove it. If there is a second Japanese force in that same hex detected or not, strike can use its second contact attempt to contact this force. If the wrong target turns out to be anything other than the false contact, the strike attacks it, even if it is not a carrier force. Okay, right, so our result was W0, and there's nothing else in the hex, so that then becomes a C instead. So we do have contact there. Right, so that's the first part, but I'm going to go right through one. I would think this is the way we do this. We go right through one strike, and then we come back to do the next strike. I would imagine that's what you do with the Japanese. So, and I don't think it's going to interfere anyway. So increase intel level 7.34. So yeah, let's see, where does it talk about that bit? Right, there's not an added section in this part regarding that, but in scenario 4 and after, increase the intelligence level of the contacted force to the maximum level 4, but we do these one at a time. Promote one level at a time. So yeah, we're going to watch and the intelligence level, yeah, okay, and then we're also going to then look at commitment. So this is Butai 2, wasn't it? Just again double checking. So this is a force that we got. So it is a level 3, so it's only going to level up once more anyway, this one. So I'm not sure, this is where we actually pick a ship out, I think. Right, so here we are, 7.4, level 4 carrier forces, and there's a chart here, there's a table here to look at. So when a carrier force progresses to level 4, you determine its actual aircraft carriers and their screen. In scenario 5 and after, you put the ships in the ship's box of the force's Butai display, right? So level 3 carrier forces progress to level 4 using the level 3 to level 4 carrier forces table. Card 3 front, right, I've got that set aside here. Cross-reference the current level 3 chit with a die roll. There's a modifier only 1.09. The result specifies the number of carriers of each type, CV and CVL. Right. There are no level 4 chits. Instead, you draw ships. Draw the required ships randomly from the Japanese ship counters. Note it will be convenient to separate the counters into piles by types so as to be able to draw the correct numbers of each type. Yeah. The Japanese ships will be placed on the Butai display for the new force. If there are not enough ships of one type available, you may substitute with other type. CVL for CV and vice versa. If the force has suffered hits, which would have been from submarine attack. You assign these randomly to a carrier at this point. None of that happened. When using historical ships, it can happen that you exhaust all historical carriers, but the game calls for more to be brought into play. In this case, draw from additional ships. If you bring into play all historical and additional ships, no more carriers can be brought into play. Do not use the ghost ships, Agaki, Kaga, Hiryu, and Soryu, except in scenario 9. Right, I'm playing with additional ships anyway, so in addition to determining the carriers, you also determine the surface force and screen as follows. Right, let's just stop there and let's get our carriers first, and then we'll come back to this, I think. Right, so that's the chart we're first looking at, and that's our level 3. So it's just one CVL, so it's the very first column. So you can see that there's still a chance of, well, in fact, if we roll a 10, we can get 2 CVs out of this. So because this is still only limited information, level 3, level 4 is the top one, that's where we need to go, and that's where we're going to get the ships. Right, and the only dice roll modifiers are to scenario 9. So, yeah, so we're going to roll on this and see. You can see that 1 to 6 is going to be a CVL, but anyway, right, I'll bring up here and we'll roll up here, see what we get. 3, right, okay, I'm pretty sure that's just the CVL, isn't it? Yeah, so for a 3, it is going to be 1 CVL. So I'll take this away, and now we're going to randomly select from the ships. Now, I've got them all just in my counter tray here, so I wonder, maybe better putting these in separate cups or something. Let me go and work something out anyway. Right, I see there seems to be 5 of these level. These are for scenario 9. And I thought I'd just check there. First I thought I was going to say ghost on the back, but that's for scenario 9. But you can see there's 2, 3, 4 names, and the one that's extra there is this one, Ryojo. So I'm assuming that's part of them as well. Whether it's just been missed out from there. So don't think we're not using any of these. Or mind you, it's the CVL. That one, the Ryojo, is a CVL. The rest were CVs. But it does say scenario 9, so I'm not playing that. So I'm going to put them back. Now there's 1, 2, 3. There's not as many as I thought, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additional ships, and these are a mixture of CV and CVL, by the way. Hang on, there's another one that's jumped into that other. That's what I need to watch if they've moved about. Well, I'm going to have to get these out, so I might. There's another one. No, it's not. It's not that one I just put out as a CV or a CVL, innit? Yeah. Oh. That says CVL BB. Is that different? That was another bit, but no, I think that counts. That's some kind of sort of special, unique thing, I think. Something different, innit? I think I read something about that one. Oh no, there's the CVL BB as well, so yeah, some of them have CVL, some of them have CVL BB. Anyway, so there's 6 additional, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 in the normal ones, but I'm just going to check, make sure some of these others haven't jumped into the cup, and we'll get it sorted out. Right, that seems to be. There's only 4 CVs. The Japanese only have 4 CVs. I'm assuming that's right. I thought there was maybe a few more than that, but I mean, I suppose if you compare it with what the US got CV wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, they've got 7, haven't they? So yeah, I guess that must be right. I was kind of hunting about thinking there might be another couple, but I don't know if it tells you anywhere or not. The breakdown of this, and you can see they're the CVLs. However, these two here seem quite powerful, don't they? They've got, I can't remember, I think that's a hit points number, isn't it? This one's CVL BB and this one's CVL BB, but I'm assuming they're still classed the same. Let me just see if I can find any information on them. Okay, I guess I'm just going to have to go with the breakdown that we've got there. I can't find any sort of detailed information about them individually. I just wondered about these two, but I mean on the back, these are, well, that's an additional, yeah, they are additional right enough, these two. But I mean that one's additional as well, so okay, so we're getting one CVL, so we can take these. I mean, there's only the 4 carriers, so in actual fact I'll just set them aside because we might need them later, so we're going to have to randomise between them maybe at some point. So I'm just going to put the rest of these in a cup then. Now I've got another, well hang on, let me get them in a cup out of the way. Right, and these are to be used for the screen. I'll just put these in cups. I know they're see-through, but I'm just going to put my hand at range and draw one out. Well, actually, I'm not sure if they get drawn out randomly or not. So these are the battleships, and here, these are the destroyer forces, and these are the cruiser forces. So I think that's all we need for that. And I can just stack them up and put them aside, and it works quite well. So we'll find out about that in a second. But, yeah, so for our CVL, we're just going to randomly pick this, aren't we? Yeah, so we're going to randomly pick this ship out of this cup with all the CVLs in it. And we're going to take that one there. Okay, we've got the Junio. Right, now, my guess is there that probably can go away, can't it? But let's see, hang on, we've done that, and now we've got intelligence to work out. So that's the ship that we're having. I need to go back, I think. So I need to work out, obviously this has only got sorry, I'm not talking intelligence, I'm talking commitment. This has only got a commitment at 1. So, where am I? I'm lost. Right, here, intelligence level. Right, no, that's what we've done that. We've upgraded that. That is us upgrading it to level 4. And then commitment, adjust commitment and debts is required if the target increased intelligence. Yeah, 13. So, my guess is it's going to probably put that up a bit, but I don't know, maybe not. It tells you somewhere about the actual commitment of these, doesn't it? Or is there a table with it on it? Yeah, I think there is. As usual, try to find these things. That's only 3. Right, I've lost the player aid. Let's hide in here. Hang on. Right, this is the one that talks about commitment. Let me see. Yeah, I think it tells us down here. So for a level 4 force, it's 2 for a CV and 1 for a CVL. So that's fine. So we had a 1 and we've got a CVL, so that's a 1. So we're not adjusting that at all. Right, so I'm then going to say that this goes up here in the ship's part. Now he's going to be joined by some other stuff. So my guess is this just goes away now. Yeah, I'm going to chuck that away. So now we need to find the screen for this CVL. So here we are here. In addition to determine the carriers, you also determine surface forces in the screen as follows. Determine the number of carriers first, right? We've got 1 CVL. Locate the corresponding row in the screen generation chart, card 3 front. Okay, that's probably where we were. Yeah, we were here before. Alright, the row specifies a type of level 2 surface force, small, medium or large, and a diral modifier. Use the level 2 to level 3 surface forces table to generate the screen. Use the column corresponding to the type of level 2 force listed in step 2 and apply the die roll modifier. I'm not getting much of this at the moment, but anyway. The result will be either a cruiser or destroyer force, and possibly some battleships. Place these ships together with the carriers on the butai display. Right. If there are not enough ships of one type available, you may substitute with the other type, CVL for CV, and vice versa. The force has suffered hits. You would, with a summary attack, you assign these randomly. Right, okay. So here's an example which maybe we should just glance at just now. Oops. Where's it going to? It's continuing with the example. Right, okay. Right, this was the level 3 to level 4. We've done that. That was quite clear to us. So that one's a 1 CV and a 1 CVL, which is along. He's going to be rolling on that column, but we were rolling on this column. So we've got that resolved, but this is the bit that generates the screen, I think. But it's continuing from that example. So, well, can you work it out without the example then, Grant? Let's see. Screen generation chart. Let's see if we can just work it out from here. So carriers, we've got 1, so it means it's a small surface. That's it, isn't it? So we've got a small surface, and yeah, so level 2 small surface. So we're going to roll on this, no modifiers, and there's the results there. A DD would be pick 1 destroyer unit, pick 1 cruiser unit for a CA. CA2 minus, pick 2 cruiser units, use the lesser. Alright, pick 2 cruiser units, use the greater. Assuming when it says pick there, it's randomly drawn, I think. Yeah, it must be, because then why would you have pick 2 and use the lesser when you could actually pick them? Yeah, stop being silly, Grant. Right, we'll just glance at that example. I know we didn't look at the example, but just to continue with the previous example, there are a total of 3 carriers, right? So that's looking here. Sorry, that's looking here, 3. We've got 1, remember. So a total of 3 carriers. So the screen generation chart specifies that the screen is to be generated as a medium surface with a +1 die roll modifier. You roll a 9, which becomes a 10 with a modifier. On the level 2 to level 3 surface force table, a die roll of 10 on the medium surface column gives a result of BB plus CA. You draw the battleship, Yamato, and a cruiser force. So again, that must have been a random. There must all be random draws. Okay, so I think, yeah, that's pretty straightforward, isn't it? So, right, so we know we're doing a small surface, and yeah, we just need to roll on this table. No modifiers. See what we get. A 10. That's not what we want. Right, so that is going to be small surface. It's going to be CA2 with a minus. So we're going to pick 2 cruiser chits, and we're going to use the one that's not as good. So I'm guessing cruisers are better than destroyers then. So when it says use the lesser, well, will we find out here? Right, so I need the cruisers. That's them there, right, okay. So I know these are clear cut, so I'm just going to mix it up, and I'm going to draw 2 of these then. I was right, level 2 surface, pick 2 cruiser units, and use the lesser. Right, so there's 1. Oh yeah, these are pretty big, aren't they? And there's 2. Right, well, I think we know what one we're getting, but I'm not quite sure what it's based on lesser. Well, look, Grant, these numbers are better than these 2 numbers, even though that number's the same. So we're going to pick the lesser, which is that one. Again, I think it's straightforward what it's meaning there. That is the lesser of the... Pick 2 cruisers, chits, use the lesser. Right, okay, so that's now going to go up there as well. So we now know exactly what is in this force. We've got the Junyo CVL and a cruiser force. So there we go, and that's going to determine their anti-aircraft fire, etc. Right, I'm noticing we're at 1 hour and 10 minutes, and it's a horrible time to stop here, but I just don't like the videos getting that long. I know sometimes they do. So jumping back to where we are, it's kind of here still. So that is us resolved this, and now, no, the commitment index, none of the other ships affect the commitment, it's just the carriers. So that was resolved, that was the same, we didn't need to adjust that. So now we are down to step 4, surprise. So I'm just going to stop there, because there's still a bit to go through here. And to be honest, I also need to take a break. So I'm marking that as surprise, that's the step that we're at. And we're dealing with a safe strike just now. And against Butai 2, which has a CVL and a cruiser force. Okay, yeah, I know it's a rubbish place to stop, but just the way the times went. So I'll copy this across, and I'm going to be back quite soon because I'm keen to know how this goes on. Okay, I'll be back later. Cheers.